So bring it on. Fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it. This is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. And he's forced to go back. Pelé. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Pelé. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Opts for safety. Now it's Pelé. And now the breakaway. That is good strength. Pelé. Crosses it in. He gets big. He can get that clear. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Neymar! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
That's an imaginative pass. First quarter of an hour gone. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
So it is still 0-0. Knocks it out wide. That's good play. Played out to the left flank. Back into the middle. Out to the left it goes. Delivers with whip. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Terrific header! He will be livid with himself. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in. That looks a good ball through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Botafogo trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gomez. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. And he goes cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to play it through. Well, that has not gone well. Great vision.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He is through here. Shapes to shoot. Goal! Flamengo! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Flamengo are... And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Flamengo leading 1-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Flamengo carrying a one-goal lead. Out to the right, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Played back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Opts for safety. That's a sharp pass. Flamengo just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Here's the header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Flamengo leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Lovely bit of skill. And it's made its way to him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gives it back. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And that's the keeper's ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Pelé. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And the shot's on here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Passing is crisp and sharp, distributed tidily. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Botafogo can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Real chance! And yes, it's there! Do not write them off. Back they come. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He shifted it to the flank. Driving forward. Flashes it across. Keeper has taken decisive action. Played back. Up he goes! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Bastos. Can he get it through? Can he spark a counter here? Pele gets into some space. And there goes the final whistle. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. Well, Giuseppe Bergomi really is a culture player, is he not, Jim, with a little bit of menace in the mix too.
Yeah, we all know him as a right back, Peter, of course, but he has the flexibility, versatility, the confidence and the composure to play centrally too. He's even been known to play as a sweeper at times. No one did zonal marking better.
Oh, smashing header! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Cantona demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just...
He's had a shot! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And here's Barella. That's a sharp pass. Forwards and with intent. Jorginho. Played back in. Chouameni spots it and intercepts. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Cantona. He's got away. And this is Kante. Oh, that's fabulous. Header! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal, France! And they've got their lead back. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
France take the lead. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Platini. Quick look, then plays it in.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Platini clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width.
Tries a shot! Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's Pellegrini. Now it's Politano. That is a brilliant interception. Now he's got space here. Ah, that's a fine interception. Platini. Mbappe. And this is Inzaghi. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Cantona. Mbappe. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Driving forward. Whistle's gone, that's foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Jorginho ready to try one.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've rehearsed an awful lot on the training ground.
Picked out brilliantly, and he's in on goal. Good ball, good take. That's a pretty loose pass. Platini. Now it's Cantona. Bergomi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Calafiori. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Might want to be careful there.
Jorginho. And it's Barella. Pellegrini. He's in space and looking for options. He's got tall. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Knocks it into space. Now the cross. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Deep into stoppage time. Filippo Inzaghi. Conte. Foot in. And it's half-time here. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Terrific half. 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. France kick off the second half. Calafiori tries to pass it through. Great ball, Zaniolo! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And that has left him in a heap. Looking for the run. Now it's Platini. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Showing great feet there. And it's Zaniolo. Calafiori. Zaniolo! And a chance! Goal, Italy! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Barella, almost an hour gone. Jorginho. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And this is Inzaghi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Inzaghi.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And here's Zaniolo, played back. And it's Barella. Politano. Now it's Inzaghi. That has ended up in no man's land. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Zaniolo looking to add to his goal. And here's Inzaghi. Politano tries to play it through. Oh, what has happened here? Not the most accurate pass. Now, who's going to be first to this? Platini puts his foot on the gas. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Looking to play him in. Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So the lead now. There's the shot! No, he's had it taken off him. It's Inzaghi! And that would have won it.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Tonali gets across to intercept that. Calafiori. And that's really well manoeuvred. Conte. Cantona. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Just 5 minutes remaining now. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Mbappe. And it's Inzaghi. Barella. And Jorginho. Calafiori has created one goal already. Tchouaméni. And here's Zaniolo. Look at the space here. And a shot. Euphoria, utopia. And they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. How very smart. He just got it right.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better...
That's that, the end. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of the...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launchpad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch too.
There's the whistle. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Flamengo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Spread out to the left. Oh, nice touch. Now, can he find a finish? Now here's the delivery. Neither side especially adventurous early on. De Arrascaeta. That has been slung wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. De la Cruz. To Everton. Taken off it pretty forcefully. Thiago Silva.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Flamengo finding their passes. Neymar.
Flamengo clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be...
Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's had it nicked away. He's had a go! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Pulgar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Everton. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Good ball, takes a shot! Goal! Flamengo!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Flamengo have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Neymar looks to get on the end of this. De Arrascaeta. Played back in. Lovely bit of skill. De Arrascaeta. And that has been cleared. And he's whipped it across.
That's good defensive concentration.
Neymar.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Flamengo can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Everton. For Pulgar. Nicely spread.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he gets rid in a hurry. No way through, so back it comes. Taken back almost at once. Pulgar. It'll be a throw-in. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Some first half thoughts?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Flamengo leading 1-0 at the break. Here we go again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Flamengo looking to pass their way through. Now it's Pelé. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. And this is Neymar. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Gomez. And that's really well manoeuvred. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And he's there to belt it away. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Passing nice and neat. Played back. Flamengo are looking to break at pace. And this is Pele. He's decent chance! Really well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And that has been cut short. Everton. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pele. Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Neymar. Played out to the right. Gets into some space. That's very neat. Hangs in. Up he goes! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
De Arrascaeta. Thiago Silva. And it's Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful. Looking for options for movement. Another chance from a corner. Flamengo making another change here. Oh, what a climb! No, not the best of headers. De la Cruz. That's Bruno Enrique. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gomez. Pele. Pinches it off him. Luis Araujo for Pulgar. De Arrascaeta. He shifted it to the flank. Caresses it through. And he's taking no chances there.
Flamengo really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
That's the throw. Final checks on the touchline. a change about to occur.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Flamengo can consider themselves just about safe now. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. No, that's been intercepted. And that is as far as they're going to go. That's a promising run he's making on the right.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that's well spotted.
Pele really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Some good work on the right flank here. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that is that. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Pele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Well, here's a guy who's come as close as you can to perfecting the game, though his demeanour could barely be more modest. He really is every bit the anti-Galactico.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that he's one of the great all-time midfielders until you actually see what he does on the pitch. Royalty.
Andres Iniesta. Few do it better than him. Some say nobody has done it better than him. Eto'o.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, easy pickings there. There will be a throw-in. Trincao. No, it's come to nothing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Sporting clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Roberto Carlos goes long. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Turns back here, probably the best option. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good ball, that too.
Suarez. Cruyff.
This is the time you need that pace.
Trincao. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now that looks a decent ball. Picked out brilliantly, and a chance! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Flamengo! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Flamengo have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
De Bast. He shifted it to the flank. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Roberto Carlos. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And Bastoni. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Roberto Carlos. Davids. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Trincao. He's in a great position here. Pass is just off target. Cannavaro. Roberto Carlos, a player who needs no introduction. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Could try cutting inside here. Cross goes in there. Oh, there's the clearance. In comes the corner. This looks shot at goal! Now, how often do you see that?
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Suarez, Trincao. Great defending, strong and determined. Inacio calmly anticipates. That's a cute ball. Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through. Chance, surely! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, that's well spotted. Trincao. That's a pretty loose pass. And it's Eto. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, cracking ball. Cruyff! Oh, split-second reaction.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Aimed beyond the defence. Real chance! And it's a goal!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Flamengo go into the lead. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Griezmann providing an outlet on that flank. Good chance! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And the first half is done.
Flamengo are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Flamengo head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And we're underway again. Trincao. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Trincao. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Iniesta. Nicely weighted ball.
That's going in strongly.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, played right into his path. Davids.
Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has. Really satisfying performance from him. A smiling satisfaction emanating from him. He is embracing this game. And that has been cut short. Davids. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Trincao. Nicely spread. Cruyff, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. And this is Griezmann. Now it's Eto'o. And this is Cruyff.
Oh, great feat, that.
He is through here. He's had a shot. That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Sporting can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
De Bast. Looking for the run. Griezmann. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's Belletti. Now it's Cruyff. Threads one in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Trincao. Spread it left. Oh, such a clever touch. It's a goal kick. Couple of changes then in quick succession. Pressure coming in from all directions. He's going for goal! Great effort, but no way through. And they can counter here. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And it's Griezmann. Bastoni. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Belletti. Iniesta. And he's forced to go back. Cannavaro. And it's Iniesta. The less said about that pass, the better. Adams. Iniesta. Davids. Eto'o. Now it's Griezmann. And that pass just didn't quite work. And he's there to belt it away. Played in. And that has been knocked clear. And this is Eto'o. And that's really well manoeuvred. And this is Griezmann. It's Griezmann! Off the post. Danger averted for now. Davids. Well, that has not gone well. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And that will be it. Flamengo can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Cruyff picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. Gomez making his 100th appearance here today, of course.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Tries to play it through. Great ball if he can get there. And he's lost his man here. There's the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. That's been cut out, well played. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Luis Araujo. And a chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. It's a threatening ball. And that has been clubbed away. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, what a climb! It's a goal! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Looking for options for movement. He's got away. And he whips it in. Luis Araujo. Not the most accurate pass. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Weverton chooses to deal with it himself. Now it's Everton. Now it's Bruno Henrique. He has found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, that's a key interception. Aimed beyond the defence. Shot could be on. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Ah, good steal. He just read it. Vitor Roque. Stood up well to him there. That's rather hopeful. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Great ball, and the shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Bruno Henrique. That's an imaginative pass. Cross to the back post. Keeper has taken decisive action. Tries a shot! They just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Oh, just skips past his man. Everton. De Arrascaeta. Now it's Bruno Enrique. That has been slung wide. He's picked his way through. Overhit and out of play. And he was quick to react. Can he get on the end of this? It's played through for him. Face to face with chance for a shot! Sticks it away! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I really like the look of this fella, João Pedro, Peter. He has a lovely brand of flair, skillful, quick, composed, always looking to exploit spaces in and around the box. I expect to see him getting heavily involved with his side's attacking play here.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. So it's away we go then. And it's James. Gusto. Looking for options for movement. And he's onside. Garnacho made a good run there. Badiashile. And it's Caicedo. Caicedo. And Cucurella. Fernandez. And it's Gusto. Now it's João Pedro. Lovely bit of skill. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Eto'o. And the shot! Cleared without complication. And it's Iniesta. Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tries to play it through. Achiampong gets over and intercepts. Pedro Neto. Now he's off and running. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. There's a beautiful simplicity. And he's had a hit! Cannavaro. No goals as yet. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cucurella. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this. And everyone...
He's going for goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Belletti. Eto'o. That's a pretty loose pass. Now it's João Pedro. Spread it left. Knocks it out wide. Cucurella, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Turns back here, probably the best option. Achiampong. And Gusto. He shifted it to the flank. Belletti. Cannavaro. Davids opts for safety. And it's Iniesta. And Iniesta. Garnacho. Played out wide. Tries to pass it through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Fernandez with the short one. Flamengo are looking to go forward now. And this is Eto'o. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now the ball in. Up he goes! Goal! Flamengo! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Fernando Torres demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Hoisted in. Stood up well to him there.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break. They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Torres. And it's Iniesta. And here's Eto'o. It's Eto'o! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Eto'o really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Badiashile gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice looking ball. And this is Raul. Oh, smashing header! And he hits the net. And they're at it again in double quick time. He watched it all the way and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's João Pedro. Pedro Neto caresses it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he thumps it clear. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Reflections on the first half?
Flamengo really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Flamengo in control at half-time, 2-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
James. Pedro Neto. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
That's a good ball out wide. Chance to deliver. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, that's nice. And it's Gusto. That's a good ball. Eto'o. Now it's Iniesta. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. It's a goal kick. Cucurella. And Garnacho. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. And it's James. Pedro Neto. James has it in a wide position. Iniesta. Belletti. Goes forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. And Gusto. Pedro Neto. And Badiashile. Gusto. And it's James. Oh, well played. Now it's Eto'o. He's picked his way through. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Garnacho. And he's been shifted off it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Out towards the flank. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raul, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's João Pedro. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has a look up. Roberto Carlos. Raul. Roberto Carlos, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Pedro Neto. And it's Fernandez. Iniesta. Flamengo have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Bastoni. And it's Davids. It's Roberto Carlos. Raul. Now it's Torres. Now it's Eto'o. Belletti. And here's Eto'o. He's on it. Roll! He's missed, but not by that far.
Raul certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Gusto. And it's James. Palmer. And Fernandez. Caicedo. So that's it. It is all over. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance, good enough in the eyes of their people. Fernando Torres, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy Fofana is going to have a busy time of it in the middle of the park, Peter. He's going to have to do an awful lot of covering, especially if his wingers are constantly making those forward runs and getting out of position. So he has to fill in for all of that. And based on what I've just said, he's going to be asked to lead the counter press too. It's a good job. His work rate is absolutely top notch. He's going to need it.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Neymar. Now it's Eto'o. Eto'o! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Eto'o really has looked sharp, hasn't he? I get the feeling he fancies himself against this defence now.
Flamengo, penalty, shot a goal! He has done it! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something...
It's Pele! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Flamengo find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Fofana. Caresses it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. What a start to the game we've had here. It's already looking like a one-sided contest. Defending of the desperate variety. Rijkaard. Flamengo have hit a quick-fire double here. Oh, this looks sharp. Nice control. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Fofana, Rabiot, Neymar, the man we've all come to watch, moved on forwards. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Pulisic. Cordoba. Kimmich. Neymar has found the net here, of course.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that's been slipped through. Caught offside that time. And it's Silamakers. Pulisic. No, he's had it taken off him. Spread it left. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Batasagi. And here's Rabiot.
Rabiot really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Cordoba. Eto'o. Fofana.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Batasagi. Eto'o. And the counter is on. Kimmich looking to get on the end of this. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now he's got space here. No, he's just misjudged that one. And that's put paid to a promising move. Salmakers. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He's on it. Can he get away? Out to the left it goes. Oh, sweet feet. And the cross comes in. And he's taking no chances there. Out to the right. Chance here to counter. And this is Pele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's made its way to him. He gets big. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Beckenbauer. Neymar. Pele. Pulisic. Neymar. And here's the chance to counter. And Van Bronckhorst. And it's Neymar. Neymar! Rising over the bar.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Out for a throw. Beckenbauer. Kimmich. Looking to play him in. He's been... And the shot! It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Flamengo have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Salmakas. Cross flung in towards... Header comes in! Cleared. Has another go! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Kimmich. Rijkaard. And it's Cordoba. Can he get it through? Now Davids wriggles his way through. Pressure coming in from all directions. That's tidy. Crosses it into the area. Terrific header. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Has a look and plays it forward. That is good alertness. Davids. Rijkaard. And Van Bronckhorst. And here's Neymar. Now it's Pelé. Pelé purring through the gears. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Rabiot is there and he can get that clear. Showing good feet. Played in deep.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Back in once more. Mignon claims it. Safe hands. Bartasagi. Modric. So we've reached the hour mark. Kimmich wins the duel this time. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. And it's Modric. Looking for the run. He's having a shot! And he's quick to get it clear again. Lovely feet. Pulisic is onto this. Pelé played out to the right. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Tomori. And it's Fofana. And here's Pulisic. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Kimmich. Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Eto'o. Neymar. Eto'o. It's Eto'o! Sensational from Eto'o! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Flamengo are having a ball here. And it's Salmakas. Knocks it into space. Now, can they get him away? He is just caressing the ball. Cleared away. Deep cross. And that should get the job done. It's a really well-measured ball. That had too much on it. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Pulisic. Played back. Goes looking wide. Rabiot. And that is a superb rearguard action. Eto'o picks it up out wide. He's found a way through. Looking for options for movement. And he's certainly onside here. Pele with the cross. And that has been cleared. Played back in. Pulisic. And it's Rabiot. And Batasagi. Stood up well to him there. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And it's Modric. Fofana. Some really... Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Eto'o. And now the breakaway. Pulisic. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that is that. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Flamengo really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.